On August 28, 2020, the world was shocked by the tragic news that Chadwick Boseman had passed away aged 43 after privately battling colon cancer for the last 4 years. And although to most fans he'll always be King T'Challa of Wakanda, the Black Panther, the star has had an incredible career. He portrayed a number of pivotal historical figures over the years, choosing to play iconic individuals who redefined what was acceptable in society. Back in 2013, the star became legendary baseball pioneer Jackie Robinson in 42, from writer and director Brian Helgeland. His performance even stunned Jackie Robinson's widow, Rachel Robinson. She explained how it was like seeing her late husband again, and also pointed out how glad she was that the film didn't make him an angry black man or some stereotype. Boseman later appeared in 2014's Get On Up as singer James Brown in the bioepic which followed the icon's life, with the star even dancing and singing in the role alongside recordings of Brown's voice. Clearly embodying the role of the godfather of soul immensely affected Chadwick Boseman, telling Collider, "It was just an honor to go to work every day and to try to reach his level of excellence. There's no way of doing that, but trying to do that helped to make me a better artist." He continued his streak of taking on trailblazing historical figures by portraying the first African-American Supreme Court Justice, Thurgood Marshall, in 2017's Marshall. When speaking to the NPR, the star explained he felt a kinship with the civil rights activist and drew on his own experiences growing up in the South. "I'm from Anderson, South Carolina, but I grew up in the South, so I know what it's like to ride to school and have Confederate flags flying from trucks in front of me and behind me, to see a parking lot full of people with Confederate flags and know what that means." And although the star delivered fascinating performances in 42, Get On Up, Marshall, and Spike Lee's Da 5 Bloods, it was his role in Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe which inspired millions. From his debut in the role during Captain America's Civil War to his triumphant resurrection in Avengers Endgame, fans fell in love with the Wakandan hero. But more importantly, Ryan Coogler's Black Panther delivered much-needed representation to the superhero genre. Millions of people across the world were able to see themselves in the predominantly black cast with characters that stepped away from the usual stereotypes. It featured warrior women who were both strong and fierce but inherently kind-hearted, as well as a hyper-intelligent scientist who just happens to be a princess. Throw in an emotionally compelling villain with Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger, and it was a perfect adventure. Within an instant, Black Panther's cultural relevance skyrocketed the Marvel film to inevitable success. A huge part of that was down to Chadwick Boseman's performance as well as the script from Ryan Coogler and Joe Robert Cole. His regal composure alongside the stunning dynamic he had with Jordan was nothing short of excellent. The exploration of African culture on a huge stage like the MCU was also truly groundbreaking. And it turns out that Boseman fought for the Wakandan accent to be based on the real-world Xhosa language. He explained why he pushed so hard on the topic in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. "It felt to me like a deal-breaker. I was like, no, this is such an important factor that if we lose this right now, what else are we going to throw away for the sake of making people feel comfortable? Once we decided to do it, we went for it." But following the star's heartbreaking death, more and more fans are asking, what will happen to the future of Black Panther? For now, Disney remains committed to grieving for the late actor before reworking Black Panther 2 with Ryan Coogler, but with the question starting to dominate the conversation, it needs addressing. There's only one way to follow up the incredible legacy of Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa in the Black Panther sequel. Shuri should take on the mantle. Shuri became Black Panther back in 2005 during the Dark Reign era of the publication, after Dr. Doom beat T'Challa within an inch of his life. When Queen Ororo Monroe, aka X-Men's Storm, led Wakanda in his absence, she nominated Shuri to be the next Black Panther. Like T'Challa, she has increased speed, reflexes, and durability after ingesting the heart-shaped herb. She traveled to America and was immediately attacked by the Desturi, a group of rogue Wakandans. Dr. Doom pitted the group against the new hero before manipulating her into a fight with Namor of Atlantis. This all led up to Doom War, which sees the villain try to steal all the vibranium in Wakanda. If you've watched our previous videos, you'll know that we think the sequel should adapt the Doom War storyline and introduce Dr. Doom into the MCU as the next big bad. So, this could be a great way of still doing that and setting up Letitia Wright's Shuri into becoming the new leader of Wakanda. And just to put it out there, using fancy CGI or deepfake technology to bring Chadwick Boseman back is not the answer here. Marvel should either use old footage in an emotional farewell, or start with the death of the hero and follow how that affects the MCU. If Killmonger hadn't died in the first film, there's definitely a way in which his morality could have shifted into picking up the mantle and becoming a hero instead of a villain. But reworking that ending and reviving him would feel a little cheap. Putting Shuri and Letitia Wright at the forefront of the sequel follows up both the legacy of T'Challa and Chadwick Boseman in a tasteful way. It's unbelievably sad that the star won't be able to continue his incredible role in the MCU, but we're just grateful that he helped shape it into a universe where everyone can see themselves as a hero. No matter the direction Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige push the series in, we're confident they'll do right by both the hero himself and Chadwick Boseman. Make sure to keep an eye on Heroic Hollywood for all the latest entertainment news, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.